Well, hello everyone. It's the 21st of December. Can you believe it? It's nearly the big day, but we have got a few more days of painting to go and we should not wish it away. So what's behind the door on the 21st of December? Oh, a lovely pudding. Well, this is a clooty dumpling, if you're in Scotland, or a kolodari, if you're in Bulgaria. There are many steamed fruit puddings the world over that we enjoy. I enjoy a Christmas pudding. There's always subtle differences, but I'd love to hear if you've had a clooty dumpling or a kolodari or your very own country's version. But grab your paints and let's get started. Hi everyone. Okay. Oh no, scrap that. Right, so this pudding takes on subtle variations and different names around the world. I've always sort of known a Christmas pudding to be a steamed sort of plum pudding. And then I learnt about a clooty dumpling when I was up in Scotland. And then I also learnt about a kolodari, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right, from Bulgaria, from one of my patrons. And I looked them up, and there's more similarities than differences, and I thought that was a rather nice thing. So I saw quite a few different pictures, and I really liked this one that had lovely ripe cranberries, plump cranberries on top, and a lovely cream as well. So we're going to do a lovely cream covered clooty dumpling or kolodari. And we'll do a plate. Probably be more cream coming around the edge as well. And I think if I had to choose between a pudding like this and a trifle, personally, I think I'd go for this. This is more my vibe, but that's just me. And I'm just going to give this a light rubbing out, and we can get painting. I'm going to make my I'm going to just refer to it as clooty dumpling, because it rolls off the tongue. So I want to get my brown really rich, so I'm going to add it to a bit of Alizarin Crimson and just get a lovely deep dark colour there. I'll also need some low lights, so I'll get the brown on its own, and I'll also get the brown with a teensy bit of blue in there. That's never a teensy bit, is it? It's always a lot of blue. And then we'll have the fruit in the pudding. Okay, that seems like good colours to use. And we will start off with the lovely rich colour, painting around the cream. And actually there's part of me that wants a bit of a sort of golden colour as well in there. Yeah, a bit more variation with our beginning. And we're going to leave little bits of unpainted space here and there. And maybe just drop in slightly stronger bits of colour as well, just to get a lovely sense of the sort of richness of the pudding. So wet on wet is the technique I'm using here, whilst it's all still quite damp, so the colours will bleed and blend as we drop them in there. So we really need to let that dry. So meanwhile, I'm just going to take a bit of that yellowy colour and a bit of the brown as well and just dilute it right down. And we're going to use this for the sort of golden creamy custard colour, just to edge it a little bit. We're going to be painting over it with the cranberries, so I'm not too worried about painting over them. But I do have to be careful not to paint too close to the wet painting of the pudding. Otherwise that happens. Ugh. It's not the end of the world, but I'm trying to avoid that. And I think I'll do another little sort of puddle of cream there as well. Right, let's let that all dry and then we can add some delicious details. So I've just painted in the berries in that red, and now I'm going to take a little bit of Alizarin Crimson, a bit stronger. And just paint it on. How lovely is that? And then we can place in a few little berries and maybe cranberries, raisins into the pudding. And also just use the same colours you used before, because remember, watercolour dries about 30% lighter. And so just by placing the same colour back on, you get an increased richness of tone. And in fact, what I'm going to do with this like shadowy colour is I'm going to place it sort of right up underneath the cream coming down, so you get a real sense of the sort of contrast. Oh, that looks delicious. I want some. It's not long. I suppose I'll get some quite soon. And then with the cream, just a little bit of a shadowy edge to give it a bit more contrast again. And then the plate. So we did a red plate. Let's do one with green detail around the edge. I will attempt to do a thin line. I just want you to see that you can go over your wobbly mistakes. Do not worry. And then, just because I'm a glutton for punishment, I'll do a second line. But I'll sort of do it maybe in places. There we go, that's nice. And then I think we definitely need a little bit of shadow in places, so I'll take a bit of that. And firstly, I'm going to put it sort of on the plate, and then might be a bit early, it might not be dry. Oh, it is dry. Good. There we have our clouty dumpling. How delicious. So thank you so much for watching for the 21st of December. Let me know if you're a fan of this pudding or if you have your own name for it in your own country. That'd be really interesting to see. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow for the 22nd.